So we're back here at the Emirates Old Trafford where Lancashire Lightning are taking on Durham Jets in another star-studded NatWest T20 blast. Now Lancashire are hoping to make it 2 out of 2 against Durham after a 52-run victory at the Emirates Riverside. They currently sit 4th in the North Division of the competition, winning 2 out of their 5 games. Now we're going to see players like England's Joss Butler playing for Lancashire today and Junaid Khan from Pakistan. And of course, the Clark brothers will be battling it out once again. Earlier, I caught up with them both, and here's what they had to say.
Right lads, so back at it today, but at a different Emirates ground here at Old Trafford. Are you looking forward to today's game?
Yeah, it should be a good game. Obviously it was good getting a win against Durham lads at the Riverside, so looking forward to it. Should be good.
Graham, tell us a bit about the rivalry. Obviously it probably started off a bit of back garden cricket and now it's come to big grounds like this.
Yeah, it's changed a lot since then. I wouldn't actually say it was a rivalry when we were younger. I used to go watching him play a lot, so to come up now and playing against him, it's a big challenge, but something I'm looking forward to, and hopefully this time I can get one over on him. Yeah, of course it's a good feeling. I think it's a bit of a weird feeling as well, because obviously the main aim is to get a win and perform, help the team, but on the other side it's sort of, you are playing against your brother and you always wish sort of success for your brother as well, so in that respect obviously you're going to give it your all and hopefully the team wins in the end.
Then to go into a change room and decide to discuss plans and how to get him out is it's quite a surreal feeling, but like we know it's a job at the end of the day, and we're just 2 of the players on the pitch, and then afterwards we can go back to being brothers.
We follow each other's progress and see how our form's doing and stuff, but yeah, I mean it's competitive whatever you do. It has been since we were kids, so I mean when we cross the road today, I won't be looking at my brother if I end up bowling at him. It's just another batter who's looking to come at me, and I'm looking to go at him, so yeah, it's going to be as competitive as anybody else.
Obviously, for any parent whose son's made it professional in the game, it's a nervous time. But when you've got one son playing against the other, it just adds a bit more spice to it, doesn't it?
Tell us a bit about the lads growing up. Did you play much in the back garden, all that kind of stuff?
Oh, it was great to watch them growing up. Actually, I mean, obviously I've played cricket all my life, so they followed us around to every cricket ground in Cumbria. But they used to invite all the mates around, and we've got a little bit of a cul-de-sac out the back where they played derby length. We would take chips out in papers and they'd play all day long, and it was quite funny because Jordan was a couple of years older than Graham. Graham would only be 7-8 years old, and Jordan used to torture him. He used to bat all day and then declare just as the sun was setting and ball Graham out first ball, so I'm first in tomorrow morning, Graham. It was great watching them grow up out the backs. 3 brothers all trying hard to compete against one another. It was good. It's great to have one son playing professional cricket, but to have 2 in the game, obviously on opposition sides, it's just like going back to those days on the back streets when you think, what is a tennis ball and a cricket bat and a dustbin going to produce, and it ends up producing, 2 first-class cricketers, which is, from my point of view and Mary's point of view, is brilliant.
I'm not really sure, to be honest. I faced him in a second team game a few years ago and I remember him getting me out, so I don't want to repeat that, so I think I might just see as it comes, to be honest, and then hopefully he'll bowl me a few bad balls.
And if you do get him out, what's it going to be like off the pitch? Is it going to be a few weeks, few months of tormenting, or will you kind of never live it down?
Yeah, I reckon it'll have a few mileage in it, maybe a couple of years in it, so we'll see.
To be honest with you, all 3 lads really appreciate one another. There's never been, obviously as young kids they maybe fell out once or twice, a couple of arguments, but there's never been a crossword from them since they became adults. It's they get on really well.
Rain was due to play a big part in today's NatWest T20 blast match between Lancashire Lightning and the Durham Jets. However, the weather gods were on side. Lancashire won the toss and decided to bat. Zara Conley has the highlights.
After a successful opening stand of 48 in the clash against Derbyshire, Liam Livingston and Carl Brown opened the batting once again. Livingston got off to a flyer, hitting Chris Rushworth for a huge 6 into the leg side and produced this stunning catch in the crowd. Brown was caught shortly after by Durham's Gareth Hart, so left with only 3 off 8 balls. Aaron Lilly's arrival didn't stop Livingston from having fun. He kept the crowd entertained with 4s and 6s to all parts of the ground. Lilly feathered one behind to Stuart Pointer after a couple of boundaries and departed for 12 off 7. Cue England's Joss Butler, but it wasn't his day, scooping one off the outside edge to gully. He was out for just 4 runs. Liam Livingston reached his 50 in quick time, but left the crease just 11 runs later after being struck on the pads by off-spinner Ryan Pringle in the 12th over. A career best of 61 off just 42 balls with 4 4s and 2 6s. Dane Villas replaced Livingston's heroics and hit a quick-fire 21 off 15 balls, including a big 6 over extra cover. He fell short of the boundary rope trying to repeat the shot. Graham Clark with the catch. Captain Stephen Croft and South Africa's Ryan McLaren followed suit and struck the ball cleanly to an excellent 64-run partnership off just 37 balls. The pair both hit a 6 in the final over of the innings to reach a 174-run total. McLaren ending on 32, not out off just 18 balls, and Croft unbeaten on 35 from 25. Durham lost opener Adam Hickey to a shoulder injury after trying to take what would have been a sensational catch in the first innings. Instead, the visitors sent out Cameron Steele with Graham Clark. The visitors started brightly, attacking the ball with good effect. Clark hitting his brother Jordan for 2 4s in 1 over, scoring 24 off 19 before he fell to a good catch at cover by Livingston off McLaren in the 5th over. The Jets reached the end of 6-over power play on 48 from 1, but the introduction of spin saw the boundaries start to dry up, with just 2 boundaries struck in the next 5 overs as the Lightning attack took charge. Matt Parkinson struck with his second ball, debutant Gareth Hart, LBW sweeping for 11, and wickets then fell at regular intervals as the Durham reply stumbled. Jordan Clark picked up his first wicket, cleaning up Jack Burnham for just 8 before both teams went off due to the rain. Players were back on the pitch after a short delay, and Lancashire continued where they left off. Clark struck with 2 wickets in 1 over on his way to figures of 3 from 36. He almost picked up a 4th after a stunning effort in the deep by Carl Brown. Parkinson took a second later on to complete another good outing with 2 for 23 from his 4 overs.
Right, so after that, Stephen, a good win for Lightning.
Yeah, very good win after a couple of washouts. Yeah, good to get back to winning ways.
It was due to rain. Thankfully, it held back today.
Yeah, it was a bit nervous when it came the first time. It looked quite heavy, but it blew on by. And yeah, it's always a nervous one when you do decide to bat first and a bit of rain around. Yeah, but luckily it held off.
Let's talk about that decision, winning the toss and batting first. What was going through your mind when you did win the toss? Was it always in your mind that batting first was the option?
Yeah, it's something we're strong at, and our team is based around the slower bowlers. And yeah, it was a fresh wicket at Old Trafford, so we thought we may as well make the best of it and get a score on the board and defend.
61 for Livy after what seemed to be quite a hard hit on the wrist, and then he got pelted at the other end as well. A few bruises there for him today. Were you a bit worried when that ball hit him?
Yeah, it looked quite painful, and he came through it quite well, and he played quite a mature innings really. He held on quite a bit and stuck it together at the start in the middle of the innings. It's quite a mature innings for us. Thought the lad started the power play quite well. Probably a couple more runs than we'd have liked, but yeah, the spinners put the brakes on really well, and Junaid and Maka was great at the end as well.
It just shows when you've got those international players in the side that they are just, the next level really, aren't they? Junaid bowling at the death and Ryan McLaren as well.
Yeah, they're brilliant to have in your side. They know what they're doing as a captain. That really helps as well. You can just say you're on next, and they know the fields, and Josh behind the sticks as well is a great help to have.
Makes your life a lot easier, but it also helps the lads who are learning a lot from them day by day, I presume.
Yeah, definitely. Not just on the field, off it as well, with the plans and in the nets, and yeah, they're great to have around, and we're lucky to have them.
So 2 out of 2 against Durham now, and you're moving up that North Division. How confident are you feeling to get through to the next stages of the NatWest T20 Blast?
Yeah, that's our main aim, is to get out of the group, and in the past, we don't care how we get out of it, we just want to get out of it. Sometimes it's been fourth. Ideally like to finish in the top 2. We've got a great record at home, so ideally finish in that top 2, but no disrespect to Durham, there are a few players like this year, and we've got 2 wins, but we're going to have to probably play a lot better, and against a good Derby side in form on Tuesday, so we're in great form to do that with a win under our belts.
Well, as the rain pours here at the Emirates Old Trafford, Lancashire Lightning complete a 31-run victory over the Durham Jets. That's 2 out of 2 now for Stephen Croft's side. Now, a stellar performance by Liam Livingston in the first innings, hitting 61 off just 42 balls, and then an all-round great performance in the field, wickets right across the board. Lancashire heading to Derbyshire and hoping for another victory in the NatWest T20 Blast, and if they do so, then they are certainly heading up